What's going on, everybody? Spunky 991 coming, guys, with another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles versus San Francisco 49ers Week 2 preview. The Eagles coming to this week after a win against the Atlanta Falcons in Week 1. Not only beating the Atlanta Falcons, but blowing them out in their home stadium. Eagles coming in here, like I said, big win there. But they got their hands full this week. The San Francisco 49ers came in after they're coming in after a win against the Detroit Lions in Week 1 for them. This right here is going to be a good early season challenge for the Eagles. You know, we have to be honest, Eagle fans. The Atlanta Falcons are not a good football team. So while our team looked good, dominating them, there's still a lot to prove with this Eagles team. You know, a lot of football to be played. But this game coming up this week against the 49ers is a very good early season challenge for the Eagles. We're going to really get a good idea exactly how good this Eagles team is and what they're made of. This San Francisco 49ers team is no slouch. They are less than a season removed from a Super Bowl appearance. So going up against a team that was the NFC champions, the 2019 NFC champions, that's definitely going to be a good challenge. Last season was a rough year for 49ers, but this year I expect this team to bounce back. So I'm looking forward to seeing, man. Can Jalen Hurts keep up the momentum can this team as a whole keep up the momentum from Week 1? Week 1 against the Falcons, offense was throughout the game pretty dominant, played very well. Defense was a little sloppy at the beginning. They allowed the Falcons to run pretty much with ease, and the passing game was working for the Falcons as well. But the defense only gave up 2 field goals the entire game. So very good. They started getting that pressure on Matt Ryan, pressuring Matt Ryan, and, Eagles just dominated the rest of that game. So hopefully we start this game off defensively better than what we did against the Falcons. But, hopefully we execute on all 3 sides of the ball: offense, defense, and special teams. Because in this game, we're gonna need to be definitely rolling firing on all cylinders. Because, like I said, this 49ers team is definitely not to be taken lightly at all. Like I said, they are just a season removed from the Super Bowl appearance. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to really getting a good idea of just how good this Eagles team is. Beating the Falcons was a nice win, but at the end of the day, the Falcons are not a good football team. The 49ers are a good football team. Coming to this game, it's going to start. It already starts with the trenches, man. The big men on the defensive line and the big men on the offensive line. Overall, last week, the offensive line did a good job of protecting Jalen Hurts. Now, something that we have to make sure this week that we are better at is the penalties. The offensive line did jump off sides quite a bit last week. 7 penalties on the O-line. Can't do that this week. We cannot shoot ourselves in the leg when we have promising drives. We did that a couple times against the Falcons. That score should have been bigger. Actually, it should have been bigger than what it was, that 32-6 win. But because some drives were derailed due to penalties on the O-line, the false starts and stuff, jumping off sides, we left some points on that. We left some points in that field, that board, whatever. So this week, man, the penalties, cannot shoot ourselves in the foot, because if you shoot yourselves in the foot against a team like Atlanta, you're going to be in, a team like the 49ers. You shoot yourselves in the foot against a team like the 49ers, you're going to be in for a long day, plain and simple. But overall, I like our chances, man. I think we could definitely beat this team, and I believe we're going to beat this team. I'm picking the Eagles to win this game by a score of 28-24. That's my score prediction right there. 28-24. It's plain and simple. The trenches, the big boys on the O-line and the big boys on the D-line. Got to protect Jalen Hurts, giving him time to find receivers. We're starting off first, getting that running game going. Definitely got to get that running game going early. Miles Sanders played pretty well last week. Jalen Hurts ran pretty well as well. Gainwell came in, scored a touchdown, had a pretty solid game rushing as well. So, first off, just, open up those lanes, getting that running game going, which will open up the passing lane. The tight ends, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. These receivers, man, I like what I'm seeing. Devontae Smith, I think him and Jalen Hurts are going to be a very special quarterback-receiver duo. They showed us last week, man, just how dominant this quarterback-receiver duo could be. Devontae Smith, getting the first touchdown for the Eagles that game. Devontae Smith, it was also Devontae Smith's first NFL touchdown. So I want to see more from Devontae Smith. He played well last week. I want to see him play even better this week. Jalen Reagor played pretty well as well last week, scoring a touchdown himself. I want to see more of that from Jalen Reagor. I'm hoping that we see Greg Ward get Greg Ward more involved in this game coming up this week. I'm just looking forward, man. This offense, there was a lot. We saw a lot of this offense against the Falcons. I just want to see this offense continue to build that chemistry and continue to fire on all cylinders because they played well last week. Defensively, got to get to Jimmy Garoppolo. Cannot allow Jimmy Garoppolo to feel comfortable in that pocket. Have to make life miserable for Jimmy Garoppolo the entire game. Because Jimmy Garoppolo, when you give that guy time, when the O-line gives him time, he could just pick apart defense all day. So definitely gotta make sure that we're getting in his face. Our pass rush did a good job in the second half, particularly against the Falcons, of getting to Matt Ryan. We need to do that all game. We need to get pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. We have to get to his face, disrupt his comfortability behind that O-line of the 49ers. Now, when it comes to their receiver core, there's a couple guys in their receiver core that we definitely have to make sure are accounted for, because if not, these guys it could be a long day if we don't have these guys accounted for. And those guys are Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's a guy who I wanted. Was one of those guys I wanted in that year in his class, his draft class. He was one of those guys that I definitely wanted a lot. Deebo Samuel, definitely fast guy, quick guy, very good route runner. Got to make sure our secondary gotta make sure that they are on their top game this week. Mohamed Sanu, the former Atlanta Falcon, another guy that's pretty quick, pretty fast guy. Got to make sure that he's accounted for at all times. And another guy that concerns me is George Kittle. Now, a lot of people will say that George Kittle, if he's not the best tight end in the game, he is definitely, a lot of people say he's a top 3 tight end in this league. And he's paid like a top 3 tight end in this league. So, George Kittle, like I said, very, very good, very good hands on him. Pretty quick for a tight end especially. And he's a good route runner, good blocker as well. We got to make sure that, this guy does not take over the game, especially in the when it comes to the receiver, catching the football. Because if we don't have George Kittle accounted for, that guy's going to move the chains and it's going to be a tough day. So, got to make sure that George Kittle, who, like I said, is regarded as, if not the best tight end in the game, he's definitely, he's definitely a top 3 tight end in this league. So, George Kittle, Mohamed Sanu, Deebo Samuel, those are 3 of the guys that concern me the most on this offense. So, yeah, our defense is definitely going to have, they're going to have a cutout for themselves. But I think this defense could definitely rise up to the challenge. I think this is going to be a pretty good game to watch. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a great early season challenge for the Eagles. A lot of people say, a lot of people obviously are not sold on the Eagles after beat the Falcons, and that's understandable. I mean, it's the Falcons. So go out there and beat the 49ers this week. Let's see what they say after, if we get this win against the 49ers. It's a good early season challenge. We got another challenge right behind this team, a division rival coming up, which of course I'll get to that after this game on Sunday. But yeah, man, this team is gonna be tested very early this season, And like I said, the 49ers are definitely no slouches. This is definitely a team that is that could be dangerous. They beat the Lions last week 41, I believe it was 41-25 or something like that. They got that win against the 49ers, so against the Lions. So this is the team, like I said, they're one season removed from a Super Bowl appearance. So they're definitely not somebody that we should take lightly. I know that the team is not taking them lightly. We definitely have to take them very seriously. But like I said, my score prediction for this game, I got our Birds, taking the win 28-24. I do believe in Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is going to get better and better and better the more experience that he gets in this league. And I do think he's going to play pretty well against the 49ers. This is a good football team. They're absolutely a good football team. But I think, if we just continue to execute like we were doing on offense and that second half defense that we had against the Falcons, if we execute like that throughout this game against the 49ers, controlling that ball, keeping the 49ers offense off the field as much as possible, then absolutely, I think this is a game that is most certainly winnable for the Eagles. So, yeah, get the pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, hit Jimmy Garoppolo, have Deebo Samuel, Mohamed Sanu, George Kittle, have those guys accounted for. O-line, protect for Jalen Hurts, limit the penalties. Definitely no more those offside, the false starts, whatever. Definitely limit those penalties. Finish drives, score points, plain and simple, man. And don't leave points on that field, because a team like the 49ers will make you pay for that. So absolutely, man, just smooth production on all three sides of the field. That special teams, Jake Elliott gotta be on right on the money when it comes to his kicking. The return game is gotta be around the money as well. So yeah, there's my preview for this week. I got the Eagles winning it 28-24. I think it's gonna be an exciting game. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I do see the Eagles pulling out the victory in this game. So there you have it, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nice 91 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Let's beat those 49ers on Sunday. Peace.